I have always been somebody who's very focused on justice, and so Chris, what Chris has some vocalizations and some stims that, like, when we're out in public, that became very obvious. Especially when we were younger, and I was the first one to kind of jump in and do what I would call educating, in as kind of a way as I could, when people were staring or making comments and that sort of thing. And it just made me realize how, everybody should have be able to be part of the community no matter how they show up in the community. And Chris doesn't use his voice to speak, but actually about, let's see, let me do some fast math. It was probably about 15, 16 years ago. Well, really, no, it was 20 years ago because it was in 2006. He started typing to communicate and using kind of simple yes, no, and multiple choice options. And it was then that we really realized how much he had been learning when he was in school. He was one of the first students with autism included in our school district. And he, all of a sudden through multiple choice got like a 98% on his constitution test. And all of a sudden his personality really started showing up in his typing in ways that were really amazing. And so just having him, all of us always believed and knew that he was there, and that's why we should be integrating him as much as possible. But for him to be able to express that back was really powerful. And around that time, I was already practicing special education law at that time, but it just really made me realize how important the voices, however those show up for people with disabilities, really leading in shifting the way that we think about people with disabilities was really important. And so I mean, he's the voice in my head is, I guess, probably the best way to describe it, which is maybe ironic considering he doesn't use his voice to speak. But
Right.
knowing that the life that he wants and the life that he has is something that I think every disabled person should have access to is really what drives me.